And news of an emergency landing of an Indian Air Force helicopter in Mumbai. You're seeing pictures there, still trying to get you more details of that emergency landing of the Indian Air Force helicopter in Mumbai. This happened in fact at the Bandra Kurla Complex. Uncertain what really caused the helicopter to land there, but all we know as of now is that it was an emergency landing in the middle of a residential area in the Bandra Kurla Complex. You're seeing the helicopter after it has landed with personnel surrounding it there. An emergency landing of an Indian Air Force helicopter in Bandra Kurla Complex in Mumbai. Still awaiting more details on what exactly happened there. Tejas Mehta now joining us on the phone line. Tejas, give us more details.
Well, it's an Mi-17 helicopter which was of the Indian Air Force, and it has made an emergency landing in the Bandra Kurla Complex, which is in Bandra East. Now, this is not very far from the Mumbai airport. It should have been landing there, but given the fact that it had an hydraulic failure in the tail, it had some problem, and therefore the pilot had to make an emergency landing immediately where he saw some open place. Now, we all do know Mumbai has a very minimal open space, apart from the highways. In the city, very difficult to find a landing spot. But Bandra Kurla area is one such location where there are large grounds. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also held his press conference. He held his rally right there in Mumbai. So that's the same place, one of these open grounds where this helicopter has landed sometime back. You can see in those visuals behind, you can see lots of tall buildings, and also of course Air Force officials who have now rushed to the area to resolve the problem, because it is an open ground there. Several of them which are there for rallies. There are a few open spaces in Bandra Kurla Complex. So this was an emergency landing. Thankfully, there have been no casualties or injuries. The helicopter, the chopper, did make a safe emergency landing, and now Indian Air Force officials, technicians are working to ensure that till whatever hydraulic problem it had, that is resolved as soon as possible. Amitabh?
So the Air Force, all they're saying is that it was a hydraulic problem?
Yes, some problem with the back rotator wheel, rotator of the chopper itself. It had some problem. That's exactly technical snag they're referring to as, which was the reason why the pilots felt they should make an emergency landing, and that's the reason why it was made at the Bandra Kurla Complex. I just want to reiterate that thankfully there have been no injuries or casualties in this entire incident. It was a safe emergency landing which took place just a while back. Remember, the Mumbai airport is not very far from where this incident, where the landing has taken place. So it really must have been, quite an emergency in that sense for the pilot, because he chose not to either return to, if he had taken off from the Mumbai airport, he could have returned to the Mumbai airport, or the Mumbai airport was quite close by, so even he didn't have that much time to go there. Also, that's obvious from this landing. He had to make an emergency landing, so that was made at the Bandra Kurla Complex, which is about Amitabh, just about as the crow flies, it would be about 6 to 7 kilometers from the Bandra Kurla Complex. So that's not very far, in aviation terms, but still the chopper pilot had to make this emergency landing at the open space he saw at the Bandra Kurla Complex, where at this point of time you have technicians from the Indian Air Force who are on location trying to figure out what this problem really is. Remember, they may not be able to. They would have, of course, have to bring in parts, etc. So this would take some time. But of course, what's the good news is that nobody was injured. This is an open space, and also the crew is safe and sound. It made a safe, secure landing at this open ground in Bandra Kurla Complex. Amitabh?
Tejas Mehta reporting from Mumbai. An Indian Air Force helicopter, as you can see, they had to make an emergency landing in the Bandra Kurla Complex, just about 7 kilometers from the Mumbai airport. No casualties there.